Hi everyone, it's Maxine with a Metanoia Minute coming to you today, Wednesday, in the middle of the day. Hope your day and your week is going really, really well. This is just a word of encouragement today to take you through the rest of the week. For the last 3 weeks, I have been teaching a masterclass on entering the kingdom, and it's been really going really, really good, well. This week we did Matthew 5, chapter 5, verse 1 through 12, where Jesus taught on the Beatitudes. And for me, those are the attitudes that we should have in the kingdom. And the one I want to talk to you about today is the one about having a pure heart. So this is Matthew 5, verse 8, and I'm going to be reading it from the Amplified version. It says, blessed, happy, enviably fortunate, and spiritually prosperous, possessing the happiness produced by the experience of God's favor, and especially conditioned by the revelation of His grace. The Amplified amplifies it a little bit more, regardless of their outward condition. So, these beatitudes, these attitudes that we need to have in the kingdom are, as this says, regardless of their outward conditions, regardless of how we're feeling, regardless of what's happening around us. This is the attitude we need to have. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Now, when Jesus was teaching this, he was speaking to his audience, was well versed in the Torah, which were the 5 books, and their prophets. So they had a good command of the word. And because in this culture, they had to memorize the scriptures. So they were probably saying, okay, this is where Jesus is getting this from. And so they have an idea of what he's talking about. So let's look at Psalm 24, verse 3, 4, and 5. And it says, who can go up unto the mountain of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his holy place? He who has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted himself up to falsehood or to what is false, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. Now, in the Hebrew, the heart is tied to the mind, which is our soul, really. So the mind is where our thoughts are held. So what he is saying is, in order to have clean hands before the Lord, our hearts must be clean and pure. And so our thoughts have to be clean and pure. We have thousands of thoughts going through our minds every day. And it's up to us to be the one for the gatekeeper for our minds so that our thoughts don't run wild. There's another scripture, and I didn't write it down. I don't remember exactly where it is, where it says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Yeah, I'll get it right. So if it's something that we have seated in our hearts and settled in our hearts, then it's going to be the first thing that comes out of our mouths. We know that. You hit yourself or you stub your toe or something, the first thing that comes out of your mouth is what's in your heart. So here Jesus is saying to them, you have to have a pure heart in the fact that your thoughts, your mind has to be pure and clean to be able to be in a place where what comes out of your mouth is what's in your thoughts, and those have to be really pure. And when that happens, when you have that union with God where your thoughts are so pure, then you shall see God, because The presence of God is always with you and around you. And so you can see what God is seeing. You can think what God is thinking. You can discern what God is discerning. So today, let me just encourage you. Start putting a gatekeeper on your mind, on your thoughts, so that you are aware of the thoughts that are coming through your mind about circumstances, about situations, about people. Try to keep pure thoughts and a pure mind when it comes to everything that you're thinking about. It's not easy and it's going to take time, but if you start today, then it gets easier and easier. So that's my little nugget for you today. And just meditate on that for the day and for the rest of the week and start putting it into practice. Start guarding your thoughts, your mind, and you'll be able to guard your heart at the same time. So if you are pure in heart, you are guaranteed to see God. Thank you for joining me today. We have one more week of this masterclass, and I have another one coming up in a couple of months, so I'll let you know the dates for that when we get closer to that. And if you're interested, you can register for our next masterclass, Entering the Kingdom. So from my heart to your heart today, be blessed and enjoy the rest of your week. We'll talk again soon. Bye.